Good afternoon, guys. Welcome to another episode of Lunch Hour Discussion with the Mutual Boys. Today we have in studio Mr. Victor. We have Mr. Jack Mombaso, and we have Sibianski. Yes. Today we'll discuss suicide. We'll talk about suicide since it's a issue on the rise in our country also, so we will touch a bit on it. I will give each guy a chance to introduce himself.
You start with Victor.
It's a Friday. It's hot. I'm Victor. I'm not an expert, but I'm also experiencing mostly the same problems because we are in the same 21st century. We are in the same situations. For most guys that are committing suicide and whatnot, guys that are basically in my trade, young men that go to clubs, they date women that are drinking.
But what's your take on suicide? Like, what do you think is the main cause? What is the main cause of suicide? What is the realness? Maybe say that from start here. Anyway.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, remember when we were in Luther's, we heard the news of the guy with the thingy and whatever. But you know, as soon as that news hits your ears, what is your feeling? For me, the first thing I always ask myself in any death situation, I ask myself two questions. The first one is a biblical one, is always like, is the person safe? And then the second one, does the person afford his own funeral? And then the third one, obviously, it comes in with what was the circumstances and what was the things. Because for me, priority number one, from a biblical perspective, is obviously, was the person safe? So that's me. So I don't know for you guys. Yes, exactly. So, yes, but yeah, there's many issues to this subject, but Victor.
Yeah, it's a sensitive issue, guys. There are a lot of contributing factors. But every time I hear about suicide, I would also, it's not a good way to go. And I don't make also excuses for people that are committing suicide because I know it's tough. It's tough, guys. It's tough out here. It's getting tough.
Just for the record, the podcast is not directed to anybody or to a certain individual. This is just an open discussion we're having.
Yes.
So please don't feel offended. Please don't feel that it's directed to anybody. People that know us, people that have seen us around. It's not directed to anybody. What I want to understand is, or what I don't understand honestly about suicide, that state of mind. Like the situation in Windhoek where the guy climbed the electrical thing and he touched it and then he got electrocuted. Like, at that point in time, or before you take a rope, or what do you think goes through that person's mind? Like
the final moments.
That's something very intriguing to me. It takes a while for you to kill yourself.
Yeah.
So maybe you guys, we can share the views of what you think goes through that person's mind the last 10 to 20 minutes before he does.
I would like for us to first touch on the contributing factors. What is the main causes?
For young men, it's mostly females. there's no argument of
There's no love.
For young men, guys. But for me, you know that last 20 minutes that we are talking about, or the hour, you know, getting embarrassed publicly.
Yeah, I think
getting embarrassed publicly, you know, you carry this woman.
Yeah,
above everyone. You respect your parents. You throw away your whole family for this person, and you do everything you go out of your way for a person, and then what you are thinking is, how are you going back home? Your mom probably has told you 1,000 times, leave this girl, this is not the correct girl. But for you are saying, hi mama, and then you move away from your family, you distance yourself from everybody. So going back there, then you are thinking, what Sally say?
It doesn't geld zakken. Financial stake can also be one contributing factor for you to kill yourself, like major debts.
Maar dat is een groot mens.
Yeah, but it's
a
a contributing
conflict
factor.
Although it's a irrational decision, but also I think you had time to contemplate.
Yes.
On this.
Honestly.
That is the thing that kills you, because it is that the person actually took time. This is not obviously a general statement, but most of the time you have time to think and to process what you're about to do. You understand? I think for me, I can give you guys in this scenario. When I came back from Finland, I was also, I was dating this young lady and stuff like that. And at the end of the day, I thought it would be my wife. And I also went through that period of time where you go to a place like, Lutherans is a beach. You go to the beach, you go sit there. I think the thing that when I was sitting there, you contemplate on what you're about to do. I'm not saying I wanted to commit suicide, but it took time.
You will think a lot of things.
Exactly.
Your kids,
Yeah, that time
future.
I didn't have kids, my brother.
parents.
Yeah.
Exactly. Then, like now, now obviously you think about your kids, you think about what you are leaving behind.
Responsibilities.
Yes.
Yeah.
Responsibilities, yeah.
But
Yes.
what do you think goes through someone's mind that kills his kids as well and
His
his
wife
wife and then
and
himself? How do you get to to what point do you go? Did you go to that extreme measures?
Yeah, it's sometimes there is no explanations for those things. It's just it can be that the person is not in his right state of mind also, because nowadays substance abuse is also a problem. So when you are
Under the influence.
under the influence of alcohol, your decisions tend not to be the same as you are when you are not drinking. So that can also be a contributing factor. Alcohol abuse.
And one thing is, it's kind of difficult to spot people that have suicidal thoughts.
Yeah.
It's very difficult. And now I'm out here making fun of you, joking with you, and I just get up on you.
I think bullying is also a part of it.
Yeah.
Bullying also,
Of course.
bullying is also one of the contributing factors. And then you just go hear that it's bullet and factor.
And for me, also society, especially for men, in society we are taught that you need to be strong, you cannot show vulnerability, you can't be weak. So men never tend to talk about
And that's why
men don't seek help. We don't have people that you can go to, or we have people, but sometimes you might go tell someone and then the next day you hear your stories. So then
You don't have people you trust.
So then you have
confidential.
Then you have arguments with yourself in your head where you overthink now. Should I do this? Should I do this? Because you don't have anyone that you can go to and say, I don't know where from here. So I think society has a big role to play as well.
For us young men also, we are also under a lot of stress to perform in our lives. You see your fellow young man, he's working, he has a house, he has a car, and you are 35 years old, and that guy is you attended high school together, you are 35, and look at the other guy, he's 28 years old, he's already settled in life. You are also under the impression you must be there, but everyone has their own stages, guys, you have to go through. So that's also the societal pressures. You think the people are watching you, but sometimes it's not that the people are watching you. Everyone is running their own race. You will come there on your own time, so take it on your own pace.
But then again, you see when you look at the point you are raising, the thing is also your perspective that changes your philosophy at the end of the day, or your philosophy changes your perspective, vice versa. Because for you are directed by what you read, right? Because you are born again Christian.
Yes.
Right? We can also raise the subject here. It's not a problem. Because at the end of the day, when you read, that is what drives, that is what shapes, that is what directs, right? And you go from that, you understand, you enlighten yourself from that perspective.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, my thing is that how can we assist in other brothers and sisters that go through the same thing? And I know with guys is that we don't talk. There's certain
Communication is.
I feel like create a routine, a regular routine that leads you away from the path of trying to commit suicide. Because people that end up committing suicide, it's something that has been coming. I feel, or my opinion is, it's something that has been coming a long way because of your routine and the repetitions and the things that you go through. So if you feel that, for example, like I make a lot of debts, or or it's your partner, for instance, and you can see that this lady, you guys are staying together. I'm taking not just an example of about a ladies and a guy situation, or a guy that commits suicide because of a lady. You see that it's becoming toxic. You are coming home and it's still the same routine over and over and over again.
As leave.
Yeah, as it eventually.
Sometimes it's fine just to leave, guys. Leave.
Now you're doing it on a day-to-day basis.
Now you're forcing yourself.
Daar kom je, man, misschien net van mezelf.
You know, there's a mentality there.
Actually, no, so in the eerste stages, and the thing is, being ignorant about recognizing toxic situations is so uncertain. Like, jy wil nie aanvaar dat die ding.
Unstable. I can, but you can. All of us, we can admit that we have been in toxic relationships, and you know the signs, you know the flags, you know all the colors: red, green, yellow. But we don't leave. We stay there. It's gonna get better. No, it's not getting better. You must leave.
Until then. How about, you know, guys? There's one thing that I think that men, especially Namibian men, we have a problem with. We look at what we have invested.
So get them.
And then, because of what you have invested, you are thinking, I cannot. You get 15 years, I've been here for 10 years. I've bought what, I've paid for what, I've paid. So now you are looking at your investment and you are thinking, I cannot just leave this investment like this. I can't go and start over again after all of this. But I think, guys, it's fine. Go start over. Go start.
And learn. It's these ladies are not they are not your children. They have mothers and fathers. Stop spending your money on these ladies and expecting they will think they will be loyal to you because you are spending money. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Stop spending your money on the ladies and spend your money on yourself if you don't have kids. That's what I will advise you.
I think, in that perspective, I like spending money on ladies.
Then you have to deal with the consequences
I like
also.
spending money on ladies, but I don't count it. You get some men. Yeah. You get some men that count the investment. Me, I don't count it.
They take back the things. They take back the clothing. They take back what.
I was
because they are counting it.
When I was spending this money, I don't know what I was doing. I don't go later and say, "Hey, me goed trek."
You know what you were getting also in the relationship. That's why you were spending so nicely. Yeah.
Soft payment. What is soft payment?
We'll not get much into detail with that.
Yeah, it's parental guidance. PG rated. PG.
If you get it, you get it. If you don't get it, forget about it.
Okay.
If you don't get it.
Okay, so you can see what only for this over there. But anyways, for Victor's point, it's the second time you are saying you just leave, right? You remember the discussion of yesterday, and it takes time for a brother to leave after seeing the signs. That's so. Understand you? But at the end of the day, when you look at you mentioned investment, right? That's almost some blame. Like if you're staying together with kids, all of these things is things that, and I feel it's also like you would see a thing, right, and still go get into it, like go as further as a relationship and get into marriage. There's some brothers that still do those things, which at the end of the day, for me, you see again, it gives you the description. For me, why we are suffering with suicide and all of these issues is because we've done what America has done for a lot of years. We remove the godly aspect of what drives us or what directs us, at least for some certain, and again, you know, the wisdom that your mother has and your father has is also things that help guide you into success. Understand? But I don't know, like me, I have one principle. I don't allow my my ouers or my kinders groot te maak. Why? Because they've gotten weaker. Because
they are not the same.
Yeah, they are not the same. They have changed, and I think it's because of generational thing. But Jack's a soft life
They become softer. Your parents become soft, like you said, Jack.
But you know, I sometimes I blame ourselves, especially men. We allow these things to happen. You allow yourself, like you already can see, this relationship is not working. But you are forcing yourself.
But Victor, what do you think? Why are you forcing yourself? Why are you not jumping and running?
Because of the love. Njolo. The love.
Is it love? Is it love? Is it love or is it lust?
Which brings us to this.
Is it lust?
Nah, guys.
It's lust.
Okay, maybe it can be lust, but in my personal experience, I think, or my opinion, I think a man loves different than a woman. Okay, if you commit to a woman, for those that are married and I know that are faithful.
But our commitments are different. We can commit to a woman and then we can have free women. That's not commitment, Jack.
This is where side chicks come in, Musta.
You see?
I can come, but we love differently. We love differently because, and the thing is,
Different colors.
Men cannot handle pain. Men cannot handle pain, guys. That's where the guy decides to drink up a pop, become an alcoholic, or commit suicide. For instance.
Coping mechanisms.
Because men cannot handle pain. The reason why I say men cannot handle pain, the only pain a man can really. No, I'm not talking about being beaten up. Those things heal. Being in a fight or cutting or injury or fall, those things heal. I'm talking about real, genuine internal pain.
Yeah.
The only pain that a man can that a man feels is a heartbreak. We do not get menstruation.
I think
we don't go through menstruation. We don't go through labor. So those people can handle pain.
And they also know how to distribute pain.
Yeah. And when they distribute it and you get it, I was there. I was there.
You are not alone, my brother.
I think for men, it's not really about the internal pain. For men, because us as men, we love status and we love how people see us. Your pride as a man, we have pride. And when a man's pride is
hurt, his
ego. That is why men commit suicide. They are afraid of, you can have a lot of cars, a lot of houses, but when you go broke, you are afraid to go back to walking around and losing everything, or you are that man that you are
do you think it's easy to go back to say, okay, it's fine, it's fine, let me start over? Do you think it's easy, but also do you think it's manageable or it's doable? And I'll give you a lifetime experience. I'll give you one. I'll speak from my life. I was a professional football player, right? Played overseas, received money, whatever. And again, when I came back, I had to start somewhere, right? Because now you can't go, like university life is over. Didn't study overseas, you have to start from the scratch now, again, right? You know what was my first job? I worked first. I don't know.
Petrol jockey.
Worker. I was a storeman.
Merchandiser. Raga Parker.
No, but at the back, I was a storeman at the back, right? But there was times where the boss would say, no, we need you in front. I'm from Lutherans, guys. I'm from Lutherans. So I had to come face those people. With that pain, you have to back because you're this football player.
Imagine. National team. National team.
But I'll tell you, the thing is, for me, what made it easier was my commitment towards the Lord. That made it easier. Why? Because ultimately, you know where your commitment lies, where your devotion lies. Because at that time, I was not yet married. I wasn't interested in women. I was just focusing on what I needed to set up. Here's my point. That time was very hard because to come out of that story, to come face these people that knows me from wherever, whatever they know me from, it is a hard process. But once you accomplish it, it builds a step and a foundation in your life that makes you stronger. That because we are talking about the internal hurt, that is like words is more painful than someone beating you, right?
Yep.
And those things makes you stronger. And I worked in, how many days? 11. And I got a new job. And I became a designer. The same things we are doing here today. I became a designer, editing, what. Moved from that. And then finally got the opportunity to, whatever. But my point is, if you allow the battle to continue, and you follow the process. It makes you a stronger and a better person, and then you don't have to go through the thoughts of because those thoughts were there. I was joking. I was somewhere sitting there on the outside of the ashoop, soos hulle sê. Asphalt, bra. Julle night tekkies, wat se tekkies wat jy gedra, t-shirts. Daai goed is nie daar nie. Die goed is in die kas. Jy wil nie eens aantrek because it reminds you on die bag. Ek het ietsie gehad. Ek kan ook nie drink hier. Dat is die zakkie. Dat is niks.
Okay, as a man is zakkie. If a man doesn't have money.
For you it must be difficult because soft life is.
If I don't have money, I just stay home. I don't go out. I just stay home. I lock myself up.
You are not going. Are you not going if you don't have money?
Yeah, me? No, I don't go. We don't go.
Victor, what is the solution to this problem? What do you think? How do we kill the situation?
I honestly don't know.
Check.
Well, the factors that we mentioned, relationship is one of the causes for suicide also. My solution, it's not easy. Not everyone is the same mental state of mind. Not any allemaal dink dieselfde nie mos nou. Maar allemaal kan dieselfde besluite vat. Whether you think crazy or whether you're hallucinating, you can make one right decision. If it's a relationship contributing factor, let it go. No matter how much you invested, let it go. If it's a thing of finance, how your money situation is, seek help.
Yeah.
Seek help. We are there. We are certified financial advisors. So seek help. We will tell you how to do it so that you don't go hang yourself up because you are in debt. What was the other factors also? What that contribute to suicide? Bullying, if you have
Bullying.
There's lines, hotlines where you can go seek help and be anonymous.
Talk.
Just talk.
Talk. Communication.
For us, there's also the local advice. We come and bring a portal skin. As je problemen hebt, almost and for some of us, for some of us, rather than just go locking yourself up, you tell me, you know what, I got a few bucks, let's go talk. Maybe go cry. Crying also helps. James, me and you also cry.
Real men cry. Yeah, it becomes a joke, but it's good.
You drink it. Dan gaan af. Omdat je gevoel het gaan af. Je raakt dronken, je gaat slapen. Morgen staat je met de
Then you are fine.
You laugh about it, then you're fine.
Yeah, talking about guns actually. Talking about
it becomes boring.
Or instead of doesn't the Uji that for
Yeah, as long as you have a support group. You know, people are just thinking sometimes, the groups are like drink and drink. But sometimes, man, when guys are alone, especially when they are just alone and they are drinking.
Ladies, for ladies, easy inside.
Yeah, sometimes when guys are alone and they are just drinking, we have conversations that help each other heal. And then you will talk about a thing that hurt you and that you want to cry, and then your brother will make a joke about it, and then it becomes a joke. Later on tomorrow, tomorrow when information comes up,
we're just laughing about it. We're talking about something repetitively, it becomes boring. It's like watching the same movie over and over again. It becomes boring. And
you cannot cry every time you watch Titanic.
If you think about
I cry when I watch Titanic.
You get that suicide thought. You opened up about it, and when you get back again to think about suicide, then you'll be like, this is boring. What am I even doing? I already spoke about this with my chance. I already asked for advice, or I already went to drink, or I already went to do what and what. So the suicide thought becomes boring. Now, if you keep it cooked up, and then you think about it, it becomes entertaining to you.
And I'll tell you one thing. When you are drinking, when you talk about that, for example, you tell your boys you want to commit suicide because of a girl. They will tell you the honest and the hard truth. That they won't say hard truth. They will tell you, well, that's it. That is a biography as an man creature.
Which is true.
Which is true. They will tell you the honest and the honest hard truth. What will make you think it's as well? Yeah.
You're supposed to walk some distance in life to be able to have the sustainability of circumstance that shapes you, condition you at the end of the day for longevity. First time you were say, because you go through a lot of things. Soos hierdie man sê, het bos ooit gedrink, mos hy sê mos al iets. Ja, sulke goede. Maar is jy van so nie, die ding is net, is wat jy sê, is net ons mos nog nie, like, jy ken jy mos nog nie 'n brawe. My vrou sê my economy vriende, my anyways. At the end of the day, when you have that discussions, Ek praat altyd baie met Gadi, as ek nie maar voor die as ek Gadi sê, hey, hoe is dit? Kom ons gaan gym. En as ons gaan gym, we get the opportunity to share some thoughts and stuff, things that you are going through. Verstaan? En dan achterna, dan kan jy eens, miskien wil die vrou iets gesê, dan kan ek nou easy van Gadi miskien gesê, nee, you can put it in this way.
Advice gegeven.
We do have a friend. We're gonna keep it anonymous. We do have a friend that's very emotional when it comes to those things and about his relationship. And then we tell him shit. On say from straight, that girl will go bring another man to your funeral. And we do it on a regular basis. We check in up on him. We check in up on him and then we check up on him and make sure that he's fine. Because as boys, what we do also is wanneer ons is come en dan wanneer iemand skaars raak in die kamp, dan moet ons gaan kyk as die man alright, bro. Is die man alright, then you should be worried because ons het elke naweek gaan. Of elke 2 naweek ons is saam is kamp. As if we are drinking or when we are chilling, we think about that guy and if he's not there, then we get into the car and go get him.
Maybe he wants to limit the drinking. That's why he's gone.
If you get there and you want to limit the drinking or you will be like, okay, it's fine.
Yeah.
But like, not for long, like for long term, like 6 months go by and then we're like, whoa, something is off. So we should go check in on the guy, something is off.
And Daddy, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree with you guys. It's important. Seek help. That's the only way. Seek help. Talk. And the only person you can talk to, which will get you out of that situation, it's the father, the one that saved me, took me out of that situation, abusing drugs, alcohol, each and every weekend. Which I thought it was entertainment, but no, it's story for another day. Yeah.
That's a story for another day.
Story for another day. Story for another day. But
for that, how he used the drugs and how he left it, I can't wait.
Yeah, we love in Namibia. This is a
Rewind.
Nah, what happened?
This is a Christian country.
Like, what is his opinion? He's like, nah, he agrees with us. And then you should talk. And the only person that helped him out of it and stop the drugs.
It was my Lord and Savior.
What is lost time?
You
don't understand.
Where did I say something? That was not right.
Okay,
yes,
Nee, no, laat hy praat.
Nee, sal môre daai storie.
Wat 'n storie?
Ons 'n bietjie backtrack ons. Verstaan jy? Julle noem drugs, alcohol. Wait.
I say topic for the other. To say,
Yeah, my journey, mos.
Yeah, his journey. I can't wait for that one.
That journey is more mos, bro.
No. Is it tomorrow?
Okay.
All I will say is, né?
Ek is shocked, né? Kom ek sê net, ek is shocked.
I was sorry.
I think I should commit suicide.
Zie All I will say is, né? Sorry, quickly. If you are a guy, get yourself some real G's.
Yeah.
They will tell you straight to your face. Hey, gee, wat gaan jy aan met hy liefkin? Hoop. Get you some real G's and say, hey, hoop, wat sal jy oor dat jy wil doen, man?
And on the country is almost 90% it's
Yeah, we live in a Christian country. We need.
Wat is die ding is
We need.
hoe noem hulle tog die ding man? Hierdie ding wat mense passion killing, right?
Yeah.
Passion killing and then suicide. It's almost insane.
Yeah. Get yourself real G's.
Yeah, that's true.
That will tell you.
Yeah, but it's a
Nonsense,
good point. Jack said that although I don't like the part is what he said is you look after your bro, like you follow a vast JD and 90%, because it also helps. Yeah? So support group, yeah, that's what we established. Someone, then you also said the real G's, someone that people that can tell you the honest truth, like the real.
The pros and the cons about
Exactly.
suicide.
There are no pros for committing suicide. You burn in hell the whole time. That's not a pro.
Next.
Because the Bible says you cannot do it. So if you take your own life, good luck with that.
Life cover doesn't pay 100%. Most.
You must wait 2 years before you commit suicide. Old Mutual.
Life cover doesn't even pay 100%.
We don't condone it.
It's
Guys, there is another topic. Yeah. So yeah, Yadi, what does this do?
I will give a chance for each and everyone to conclude the whole discussion we were having. Let's bring a conclusion to this discussion. Yeah. For me, to conclude from my side, I would say suicide, guys. Let's talk to someone before. It's only before. There is no after, because after you cannot talk to anyone. you are gone. Before committing any acts, please talk to someone, and that someone is in heaven. He's listening. He knows all our problems. Talk to him, guys. He will sort you out. And I think it's a very cowardly way to go, committing suicide. I don't want to offend anyone, but I think it's a cowardly way to go. Suicide. You have to face your problems as a man and take on this world, because it's very tough. It's not getting easier. It will just get tougher from now on. So that's my conclusion. Victor?
Ladies, he's married, man. He's married as a beef.
He's married. These guys are taken. All of them.
No, guys. I think I've said a lot. All I will just say is get yourself a support system. Even if it's one person, just get yourself a support system. Talk if you need to talk. Cry if you need to cry. Go drink if you need to go drink. But nothing's going to change. After you are dead and gone, we will continue. We will probably be sad for the first week or so. Maybe even just the 2 days. But we will continue with our lives. You dying is not going to change anything to anyone that's staying behind. Except for maybe if you have kids.
You will be an embarrassment to your kids. If you actually.
You are leaving your kids with questions that he might commit suicide one day as well. Because you are leaving him with questions. Yeah, don't put your kids through things like that. Try your heart. Let your kids see you fall and get up again. That is the best thing that you can do for your kid, rather than killing yourself.
It's easy to kill yourself. It's hard to stay.
My conclusion is also just very simple. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Don't kill yourself. That's the last thing you should have on your mind. Lost. Don't, just do something. Don't kill her also. Even if it's about her, let go. If it's about finances, seek advice. If it's about bullying, talk to someone. Let some people interfere. Always have a support group. Have real G's. So I said, yes, me cheetah say refuse something. Say me brother, you read them what you do. I see that Marquis so me. My colleague here, Victor, made it very clear. Basically, nothing will change. You will die, we will bury you, and then we'll move on with our lives. Your finances will be written off if it was because of debt, which you could have written off or paid them off yourself in the same way and still be alive. The bullying.
Your girlfriend will also be written off if you go.
Yeah, if you know your girlfriend, that girl lady will there's a million ways to skin a cat, basically. The one way of suicide is none. That's where the phrasing comes of. You have 99 problems, but living is not one. So live, don't kill yourself.
Okay, nice guys. Actually, what level is, were you ever in that situation where, before I conclude, were you ever in that situation where near-death experience regarding suicide? Were you ever in that state of mind?
Are you asking, did I ever thought of committing suicide?
Yes.
Never.
They want to know most.
Never.
Was coming see you all righteous clowns only.
I never. I don't want to sound arrogant or what, but I never thought of committing suicide or anything.
Okay. Victor?
No. I'm a very happy guy. It's very, very hard. It's very, very hard for me to be in a slum for very long. It's very, very hard.
I was in situations that guys committed suicide for, but I wasn't even thinking about suicide. I cried a lot, but suicide was never an option.
Yeah, no.
And I'll be honest, I was there. I was close to doing it, and it was because of a lady also. But then, like I said, before the action happened, before the thoughts were there, I was like, I spent time, money, everything in this woman, and I almost did it. But then I thought, like, I have my kids.
Experience.
I have my kids.
Real men cry.
Yeah. Yes, I know. I was there. I'm not gonna lie about it. This is a safe space. Being honest, it's always. See, now it's boring.
Yeah.
See, now I can talk about it and not think about it anymore because it's boring now.
Yeah.
It doesn't affect me anymore.
Yeah.
Because if I decided now, let me keep it in, and then if that thought comes, then I will entertain it. But now it's boring. We can laugh about it, drink about it. It's boring now.
Yeah.
So then I thought about my kids. I thought about my parents. And then I was like, nah, you know what? Let me go drink this off. And then
You are still drinking since then.
And I was still drinking, so the problem is still there. So yeah, I'm a guy that's, I guess, and I like having support groups. I like
Yeah.
someone to talk to my seniors. I like calling for. So you guys, do you like
Yeah, we know,
Hey,
we know.
And for anything, whether it's work related, I like doing that. I like having my support group, and so I always have something to do to distract me from those things. And it's boring. Thinking about committing suicide became boring. So it doesn't entertain anymore because now I look at my things and the kids that I left behind or the kids that I only.
Yeah, the kids.
And my parents will be like, oh, we raised you better because my parents didn't raise me to die like a cow.
You will also kill them inside if you
they
do
will
it.
also be like-
They will die inside.
Yeah, we did our best, but how come he turned out like this? So all of those things came through, and then I diverted from it and went to the support group.
Yeah, no, for me, it's also, you guys basically covered everything. But yeah.
Were you?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, he was rasped properly.
But yeah, at the end of the day, at the end of the day, we learn from it and we grow. Like I said, it is experiences that carry you, to the success of the person that you will become if you overcome it.
Yes.
Right? But it helps for me. I'll say it again proudly. For me, it's the commitment you make to the Lord that helps you. Me, I think the thing is that helped me the most is the fact that I made the commitment to, give my life to Christ and to follow that path instead of falling into the drinking habit or whatever. No offense to you guys or to anyone who do those things, but at the end of the day, I was coming from there because you go into a state of mind where you're just drinking constantly, drinking to the point where your mother is asking you something wrong. And you say, no, nothing is wrong, son. And we continue drinking. But that is for me, I was in that frame of mind, but I overcome it by, committing to other commitments and then dedicating my life. But through that commitment, there was support, all the things you mentioned, there was a support group, there was what? Beautiful stuff. Gary, I'm done.
So yeah, that's it, guys. I hoped we touched someone today with the discussion that we had. I hope we saved a life. At least one a day helps. So we are signing out. Victor,
Peace.
Mr. Jack Mambaso,
Stay safe, guys. Stay
Sibianski.
safe. Talk to me nicely.
Guys, check my puzzle. I'm out. Talk to me nicely. So yeah, don't do it, guys. Do not do it.
Enjoy the weekend, guys. It's a wrap.
It's Friday. It's Friday out here.
and
It's Friday out here. Drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive. And
Yes.
set it down in the left.